Hi. Your friend has not come today. Are you sure? Gia is also there. Gia and Jatin. Oh, are they twins?
They will be sister.
Okay. Mini. Have you met them?
It's not interacted. They have come for the last history and geography.
Okay. But we don't know whether they have taken English, no? They have?
They had taken history and geography because they came.
Okay.
But the name had to go.
Yeah.
And Adnan is left to.
Aslan?
Is left to come. He didn't do anything like he would do from this. Yes, he did.
Okay, fine. The last time, what did we do last time?
Articles and tenses.
Tenses, and it was just a revision of tenses, and then we did
Passive and active.
active and passive, right? And articles. Now, do you have your hello? This is Gia and Jatin. So are you twins? So you're from which school? Gia and Jatin? North Point. Okay. And you stay in the same area? Sector 5. Where is that? So are you in the same class? Yes. Is it good to be in the same class? Nobody goes home and tells anything. Nobody complains to mommy. No, he does. Do you like a sibling, brother, sister in your own class? Not that much. इतना भी प्यार नहीं. You have a sibling? Younger one. Brother only one. So how is it? Yash, do you like having your own sister in your own class? I mean, what do you mean? Tell me yes, no, okay, no. Says no. Anyway, see, last time we did active and passive voice. You were not there that day. This time, have you got the treasure chest? So we thought we'll start with our Bonku Babu's friend. Since that's the first lesson, what have they done in your school? You have not started yet. Did you start with grammar in school? What did they finish in grammar? Okay. Subject and verb agreed. Today we'll do Bonku Babu. Now, Bonku Babu. Who was Bonku Babu? Now, Bonku Babu was a school teacher. Okay. He was a school teacher. I'll sit here if you don't mind. If you sit that side and I'll get it's on page 69. The Bonku Babu was a school teacher. And this school teacher, he was very quiet. but he was always teased by his students. And but he never said anything. There were many reasons. One reason was he thought that if he says anything, if he just leaves his job, then he might not get any other job. Thus, he was fond of those children who were interested in his teaching. He also had friends, but even the friends would always tease him. So he was basically bullied by everyone, young and old. And there was time when he was tired of their teasing. Time when he was tired of their teasing. But he did not know what to do and how to react. He was basically a very nobody had ever seen Goku Babu get upset. But that did not mean that he was happy. Or that did not mean that he was not good. What happened then? One day, it seems, he saw an out of space, a spaceship. And then what happened is the story. How he took revenge on those who were teasing him. So this story is basically how one should stand up against the bullies. We have bullies in your school. Do you teach? Are there strict rules in your school about teasing? Are there? And if you ever see anybody teasing, what do? Stand up. Okay, let's start. The name of the author is Satyajit Ray. And have you ever heard about Satyajit Ray? Satyajit Ray was a very popular, he's a famous film director. He wrote the films, stories, and he directed this movie. Okay. A very popular name. Satyajit Ray, 1921 to 1992, was one of India's greatest filmmakers, author, illustrator, and music composer. Ray is celebrated for works including the Apu trilogy, The Music Room, The Big City, and Charulata. Bongo Babu's Friend, an excerpt from Three Rays. Stories from Satyajit Ray has been chosen because of its popularity among the readers. Bongo Babu's Friend which was conceptualized a long time ago, is an inspiration for Indian writers of science fiction. Bongo Babu, a gentle school teacher who was bullied by all who knew him, stumbles upon an alien spacecraft. This discovery gives him, you want to say something? This discovery gives him the confidence to stand up against all those who mocked and taunted him. A gentle reminder that standing up to a bully is the only way to overcome this social evil. Wait. Ever seen get cross? Get cross means get angry. To tell the truth, it was difficult to imagine what he might say or do. If one day he did get angry, it was not as if there was never any reason for him to lose his temper. For the last 22 years, Goku Babu had taught geography and Bengali at the Karachi Village Primary School. Every year, a new batch of students replaced the old one, but old or new, the tradition of teaching to a Goku Babu continued among all the students. Some drew his cartoon on the blackboard, others put on his chair or on the night of Kali Puja. They did a chasing bucket and set it off right behind it. Goku Babu did not get upset by any of this, only sometimes he cleared his throat and said, "Shame on your boys." Why not these? Now, Bongo Babu, where did he teach? Kankurgachi Village Primary School. Okay, and what subjects did he teach? Bengali and geography. Now, how did children bother him? What would they do?
By drawing cartoon on the board.
Putting glue on his chair and
Drawing cards,
and sometimes
chasing.
Okay, and during Kali Puja, on the night of Kali Puja, they would lit a chasing rocket and set it behind him. Would he get angry? No. He would only say, what would he only say? Shame on you. That's it. Okay. Read.
One of the reasons for maintaining his calm was simply that he could not afford to lose otherwise. If he did lose his temper and left his job in a fit of pique, he knew how difficult it would be then to find another at his age. Another reason was that in every class there were always a few good students, even if the rest of the class was full of pranksters. Teaching this and full rest
These handful of good boys
was so rewarding that to Bang that alone made life as a teacher worth living. At times, he invited those boys to his house, offering them snacks and told them tales of foreign lands and exciting adventures. He told them about life in Africa, the discovery of North Pole, the fish in Brazil that ate human flesh, and about Atlantis, the continent submerged under the sea. He was a good storyteller. He always had his audience
enthralled. Okay. Read. Next. So what was the fine? What was the okay, what made, though he was pranked, though he was teased by all the students, what made his life as a teacher worth living?
teaching those good students.
Okay. Teaching those good students, teaching those handful of good students was so rewarding that it made his life worth living. Ari.
During the weekends, Bonku Babu went to the lawyer
Shripati Majumdar's house.
Shripati Majumdar's house to spend the evenings with other regular. On a number of occasions, he had come back thinking enough, never again. The reason was simply that he could put up with the pranks played by the boys in his school. But when grown-ups, even middle-aged men, started playing the fool with him, it became too much to bear. At these adults that Shripati Babu hosted in the evenings, nearly everyone poked fun at Bonku Babu, sometimes bringing his endurance almost to breaking points.
That's right. So, this was the first three paragraphs told us about the school. Now, the last paragraph tells us about his friends. During weekend, Bonku Babu would visit. Whom would he visit? Shripati Majumdar. What was he? He was a lawyer. Now he would go there. Some of his other friends would also come there. And every time when he would come back home, he would think, enough. Never again will I visit these places. Why?
They were always teaching it.
Even there, he was always taught, always teased. Was always teased. And therefore, they always played fool with him and made a fool out of him. And when children teased, he thought, okay, school children. No, he would ignore. But even when older people teased, that made him very upset. Only the other day, less than 2 months ago, they were talking about ghosts. Usually, Bonku Babu kept his mouth shut. That day, for some unknown reason, he opened it and declared that he was not afraid of ghosts. That was all. But it was enough to offer a golden opportunity to the others. On his way back home, later that night, Bonku Babu was attacked by a spook. As he was passing under a tamarind tree, a tall, thin figure leapt down and landed on his back. As it happened, this apparition had smeared black ink all over itself, possibly at the suggestion of someone at the meeting. Bonku Babu was not frightened, but he was injured. For 3 days, his neck ached. Worst of all, his new kurta was torn and it had black stains all over. What kind of joke was this? Now what happened? One day they were just sitting and talking. What was the topic of the discussion? Ghosts. So he just said, I don't believe in ghosts. That's it. But that gave his friends an idea to play a prank. What did they do?
They gave a person.
They asked one man to hide on the which tree? Tamarind tree. Asked him to smear a black ink on himself. And when Bonku Babu was going under the black tamarind tree, he suddenly jumped on him. Was he afraid? No. But what happened? He was upset. Why was he upset?
Was his kurta was like it had black stain.
New kurta got torn. It had all black stains on it. His neck hurt for next 3 days. And he wondered, what kind of joke is this? Okay, read.
Even so, had come to this meeting if he didn't want
If he didn't, what would
Sripati Babu came. Not only was he a very important man in the school community and in the village, but he couldn't do without Babu, who could provide amusement to all.
Now Bonku Babu thought he will not go. But then Sripati Babu was an important man. He was on school committee. And he wanted, Sripati Babu wanted Bonku Babu to come. Why? To provide amusement. Because everybody would make fun of Bonku Babu and laugh at his expense.
However, particular optical conservation was space. In other words, they were of spaceship and space travel. Soon after sunset, a movie found of light and the same in the sky. A similar light was seen 3 months ago, which had led to much speculation in the end. It had turned out to be a Russian satellite.
Kotka.
Was it a
Was called Kotka. Or was it Koska? Something related, something like this. Okay.
this satellite was supposed to be going around the Earth at a height of 400 and provided a lot of valuable information to the sun. That particular name of Babu was the first to spot a street light. Then he called into Babu, showed it to him. However, when he arrived at the meeting, he found that Hindu Babu had
Only claimed
who carried for being the first person to see it was boasting a great deal about it. From Babu said that no one in the group knew much about satellite, but that you must stop them from offering their view, said Jenny. Somebody see a point of light in some of a corner of the sky and the press get all excited about it. All
Amber. Okay. So what happened that particular evening? Bonku Babu was the first one to spot what? What did he spot?
Strange light.
A strange light. And whom did he show them? Nidhu Babu. Okay. And then when they arrived at the meeting, what did Nidhu Babu do?
He took all the credit.
He took the credit. Array, I saw that strange light first. I was the first one to see there was some strange light. And nobody in that group knew much about the spacecraft. But everybody wants to give, even if we don't know, when we sit among the friends, we give our opinions. No? Everybody. So there also everybody started giving their opinion. This Chandi Babu said, "Arey, what is this? Somebody sees some light. in some corner of the sky, and they say it is spacecraft, and even the press goes crazy. And it is all humbug, it is all fake.
From every remark, but you are still young. You and may not be any of us here, but it is a human achievement, surely. A great achievement at that. Well, you wouldn't expect a bunch of monkeys to do that, would you? All right, said we do. Let's not talk of satellites. After all, it's just a machine going down the road. They say, no different from a spinning top. A top would start spinning if you got it going, or a fan would start to rotate if you press a switch. A satellite's the same, but think of a rocket that can be dismissed so easily, isn't it? Chandy Babu wrinkled his nose. A rocket? Why what? Why? What good is a rocket? All right, if one was made here in our country, took off from the made
Maidan in Calcutta.
and we could all go and buy tickets to watch the show. Well, then that would be nice, but you're right, Rampan, I agree. A rocket has no meaning for us here in this village. Bhairav Chakravarti spoke next. Suppose some creature from a different planet arrived on Earth. So what? Even if it did, you and I would never be able to see. Yes, that would. Yes, that's true. Everyone turned their attention to their cup of tea. There did not seem to be anything left to be said. After a few moments of silence, Babu cleared his throat and said gently, suppose they came here. Nedu Babu faint
Total amazement.
total
Faint
amazement.
means faith. Okay.
Wants to say something. What did you say, Bhumika? Who's going to come here? Where from? Tunku Babu repeated his words, his tone still gentle. Suppose someone from a different planet came here. As he did so often, the head of Chakravarti's black Bambu looks back loudly and rudely, grinned and said, Bravo, what a thing to say. Where is the creature from another planet going to land? Not Moscow, not London, not New York. In New York, not even Calcutta, but here in Kanpurgachi, you
Kanpurgachi.
you do think big Pankam, don't you? Kunku Babu
Felt
silent, but several questions rose in his mind. Was it really impossible if an alien had to visit the Earth? Would it really matter where it arrived first? It might not aim to go straight to any other part of the world. All right, it was highly unlikely that such a thing would happen in Kanpurgachi village. But who was to say for sure that it would not happen
At all. Okay. Now the first part is just discussion. What they were discussing, the different friends, what opinions they gave. And then our Banku Babu started thinking, what if an alien ship, spaceship landed in our village? For that also his friend known. They said, why would it land in our village? No, it will not go to Moscow, not New York, not even in Calcutta. But there is no rule that it should land only in a city, in a big city. It can land anywhere. That's what our Banku Babu thought. That it can land anywhere. And how does it matter where it lands first? Okay. Read.
Banku Babu. Sripati Babu was silent so far. Now, as he shifted in his seat, everyone looked at him. He put his cup down. Acknowledging. Look, if someone from a different planet does come to Earth, I can assure you that he will not come to this God-forsaken place. Those aliens are
God for taken place. This was a very small village. If it comes, it will not come for this God forsaken place.
Those aliens are not
No
fools. It is my belief that they are Shavis
Sahibs. They are Sahibs.
and they will land in some Western countries where all the Sahibs live. Understand? Everyone agrees, with the sole exception of Bangu Babu. Chandi Babu decided to take things a bit further. He nodded,
He nudged.
snubbed,
He nudged. Nudge means you do not like this with your elbow. He nudged.
nudged Nidu
Nidu Babu.
Babu silently pointed at Banku Babu and spoke innocently. Why, I think Banku is quite right. Isn't it natural that aliens should want to come to a place where there's a man like our Banku Bihari? If they wanted to take away a human specimen, would they find anything better? No, I don't think so. Nidu Babu said,
John.
joined in. Consider this, his looks, not to mention his brain. Yes, Banku would be the ideal specimen.
Are you listening to reading to this seriously? Are you understand? No, they're making fun of him. They're saying, Arey, right. They will come here only. If they want to take a human specimen, who would be better than our Banku Babu? So the other one says, yes. Look at his consider his looks, look how good he looks. Consider his brain. And Banku will be really an ideal specimen. Right? Go ahead, Jit. Right.
Right.
Suitable for
Suitable
keeping
for keeping in a
in
museum
museum.
or a zoo. Ram
Kanai chipped in.
Banku Babu did not reply, but wondered silently. If anyone were to actually look for a specimen, one the other just as suitable. Look at Shripati Babu. His chin was so much like a camel, and that Bhairav Chakrabarti, his eyes were like the eyes of a tortoise. Hindu Babu looked like a rat. Ram Kanai like a goat, and Chandi Babu like a little mouse. If a zoo really had to be
Filled up. So he said, if they want to take sample of a human, each one is a sample. The one person's chin was like a camel, other one's eyes were like tortoise, third one looked like a rat, and one looked like a goat, and Chandi Babu himself looked like a flitter mouse. So everybody, not that others were sitting there and teasing him, were all handsome men. Okay, they themselves are very ordinary looking and funny looking people. And if they really wanted human specimen from the earth to keep in the zoo, then this village was the perfect place to come.
Tears sprang to his eyes. Banku Babu had come to the meeting, hoping for once to enjoy himself. That was clearly not to be. He could not stay here any longer. He got to his feet. Take care,
Bonkuda
Bankuda,
warned Ramkanan.
Ramkanan. It's a moonless night, remember, and it's a Saturday. Very auspicious for ghosts and spooks. Everyone howled with
Delighted laughter.
delighted laughter. Banku Babu was not carrying a torch or a lantern. There was no need for it. It was too cold for snakes to be out and about. And he knew his way very well. Normally, not many people took his route, but it made a shortcut for him. In last few minutes, he had become aware of something unusual. At first, he could not put his finger to it. Somehow things were different tonight. What was wrong? What was missing? Suddenly he realized that what it was. The cricket small
All
silence.
silent.
Not one was chirping.
Chirping. You know, there were in the night when you walk, you have this night cricket, that constant sound. Okay, so suddenly he realized today the night was different. Suddenly it was different. He couldn't put his finger to it. क्या अलग है? And then he realized that there were no crickets were chirping at all.
Today, there was only an
Eerie silence.
eerie silence. What had happened to all the crickets? Were they all asleep? Was that Bonku Babu walked another 20 yards and then he
Suddenly saw the light.
suddenly saw the light. At first, he thought that a fire had broken up. Bang in the middle of Poncha.
Poncha Ghosh Bamboo Grove.
In that clearing near a small pond, quite a large area was glowing pink. A dull light shone on every branch and every leaf. Down below the ground, behind the pond was lit by a much strong pink light, but it was not a fire, for it was still. Goku Babu kept moving. All at once, his ears began
Began
ringing.
ringing.
He felt that if someone was humming loudly, a long
Steady
steady
noise.
noise, there was no way he could stop it. Goku broke out into goose
Goose pimples.
goose pimples, but an ir-
Irrepressible curiosity drove
drove
him.
him further forward.
Okay. So you understand what happened that night? Everything was quiet. It was an eerie silence. Even the crickets were not chirping. And then as he walked ahead, it looked as if there was a big light. It was like a fire. Where? In Poncha Ghosh Bamboo Grove. Okay? A dull light shone on every branch. There was some light on every branch, but it didn't look like fire. There was also some pink light we could see. All at once, his ears started ringing. And he couldn't, do away with that. He was wondering what kind of sound was that. Suddenly, goosebumps. You know what are goosebumps, no? Goosebumps on all over him. And then he was quite curious. What is it? He decided to go and check. As he went past a cluster of bamboo stems, an object came into view. It looked like a giant glass bowl turned upside down, covering the pond completely. It was through its translucent shade that a strong yet gentle pink light was shining out to turn the whole area radiant. So what did he see there? What was that?
Glass bowl,
It was a glass bowl
inverted.
inverted, a glass bowl inverted, upside down. And he took a few steps to get better look. And suddenly felt as if an electric current had passed through his body. In the next instant, he was rendered completely immobile. His hands and feet were tied with an invisible rope. There was no strength left in his body. He could neither move forward nor backward. A few moments later, Bonku Babu, still fixed at the same spot, saw that the object had gradually stopped breathing. All at once, his ears ceased ringing and the humming stopped. A second later, a voice spoke, shattering the silence of the night. It sounded human, but was extraordinarily thin. Millipiping crack, millipiping crack, it said loudly. Bonku Babu jumped a little. What did it mean? What language was this? And where was the speaker? The next words a voice spoke made his heart jump again. Who are you? Who are you? Hi. These were English words. Was the question addressed to him? Bonku Babu swallowed. I'm Bonku Bihari Datta, sir. Bonku Bihari Datta, he replied. Are you English? Are you English? The voice went on. No, sir. Bonku Babu shouted back. Bengali, sir, Bengali. a Bengali sir. This was followed by a short pause. Then the voice came back, speaking clearly. Namaskar. Bonku Babu heaved a sigh of relief and returned the greeting. Namaskar, he said, suddenly realizing that the invisible bonds that were holding him tightly had disappeared. He was free to run away, but he did not. Now, his astounded eyes could see that a portion of the glass mold was sliding to one side, opening out like a door. Through that door emerged a head, like a plain, smooth ball, and then the body of a weird creature. Its arms and legs were amazingly thin, with the exception of its head. Its whole body was covered by a skinny pink outfit. Instead of ears, it had tiny holes on each side of the head. On the face were two holes where there should have been a nose, and another gaping hole instead of a mouth. There was no sign of hair anywhere. Its eyes were round and bright yellow. They appeared to be glowing in the dark. Now he saw a unusual creature. Okay, what happened then? Read.
The creature walked slowly towards the Babu and stopped only a few feet away. Then it gave a steady and equal step. Immediately, Babu found himself stared at him for nearly a minute. It spoke in the same voice that something new like a flute that any else. You, yes. Is it good? Yes. Instrument will not go to the world. Was it was sure that first in the language they use. When you didn't reply, I wouldn't tell.
I would tell
I could
landed on
complete ways of time left. I want to instead of going to Mars, I
beard of
and when he did it, he laid me fast. Babu did not know what to say. He was feeling quite comfortable for the creature and reached out and was examining Babu then with its long bony finger. When it finished, it introduced itself. I am from the planet Venus.
Greetings.
The parts superior being than man. For this creature very poorly taught with such in brain and clear face. The superior to one, Babu merely burst out laughing. He his mind immediately. There no need to be too
So skeptical.
skeptical. I beg you, how many languages do you want to understand?
Scratched his head.
Bengali, Malay, and Hindi, Hindi, I mean, you,
Me 2.5.
yes, I am talking sorry. There isn't a simple language in the system that I can know.
I also know
Even languages spoken on planet Altera system that be to 20 of them. Similarly, do you eat animals? Then on the day of Halloween, how could we cannot eat? We stop eating meat. Several centuries ago, before that, we used to eat the flesh of mosquito and also have eaten swallowed Take a look at this. In a small object, it looks like a feather. To our trusted for an instant and felt like the same with the past place forward. Here, it grew his hand again. Little other video. Do you know why? It is because as a kid living in China, it would stop and remember waiting for nothing can do more than this. In making an enemy utterly powerless without actually working
Physical. What did he have? Pebble, like thing. And how useful was that pebble?
Stop the enemy right there and
Yes.
make him powerless. And he could not move anymore.
Move any. So without hurting him physically, you could just make him weak. Okay? Weak.
Kunku Babu was genuinely taken aback. His mind was coming out of its stunted state. Stunned state, and said, is there any place that you have wished to visit or a scene that you have longed to see but never go? Kunku Babu thought, while the whole world remained to be seen, he thought geography. So what had he seen except a few villages and towns in Bengal? There was so much in Bengal itself that he had never had the chance to see. There's no cat Himalayas, the seashore in Riga, the forest in Sundarbans, or even that famous banyan tree in botanical gardens of Shivpur. However, he mentioned none of these thoughts to him. There is so much I would like to see, finally admitted, but most of all things I would like to visit the North Pole. I come from a warm county you see through, and took up a small view, one end of which was covered by a piece of glass. Take a look through this and invited. Kunku Babu peered through the glass and felt all his hair rise. Could this be true? Could he really believe his eyes? Before him stretched an endless expanse of snow, dotted with large hillocks, also covered with ice and snow above them. Against a deep blue sky, all the colors of the rainbow were forming different patterns, changing every second. The aurora borealis, what was that? An igloo?
You know what is aurora borealis? What is it?
The lights which we can see in the northern sky.
That's right. And it's very, very colorful.
Yeah.
Let me see. We can get the picture. Have you all seen? All have seen. No need of showing the picture, no? Okay.
There was a group of collages. Wait, there was another animal, a strange, peculiar creature. Yes, it was a walrus. There were two of them in fact, and they were fighting. The tusks were very large as radishes, and they were attacking each other. Streams of bright red blood were flowing on the soft white snow. It was December, and Kunku Babu was looking at an area hidden under layers of snow. Still, he broke out into a sweat. What about Brazil? Don't you wish to go there? Asked Anne. Kunku Babu remembered instantly piranhas, those deadly carnivorous fish. Amazing. How did this Anne know what he would like to see? Kunku Babu peered through the tube again. He could see a dense forest, only little scattered sunlight had crept in through the almost impenetrable foliage. There was a huge tree and hanging from a branch. What was that? Oh God! He could never even imagine the size of that snake anaconda. The name flashed through his mind, yet he had read about it in an old issue of National Geographic magazine. It was said to be much larger than a python. Oh, here was a canal, crocodiles lying in its banks, sleeping in the sun. One was going to go into the water. Splash, Kunku Babu could almost hear the noise, but the crocodile had jumped out of the water very quickly. with his eyes nearly popping out. Monku Babu noted that there was virtually no flesh left on the belly of the crocodile. Bones were showing him clearly. Attached to the remaining flesh were 5 fish with amazingly sharp teeth and a monstrous appetite. Piranhas. Monku Babu could not bear to watch anymore. His limbs were trembling, his head felt painful. Now, do you believe that we are superior and wanted to move? Babu ran his tongue over his parched lips. Yes, oh yes, certainly, of course he could. Very well, look, I have been observing you and I have examined your legs, arms, and legs. You belong to much inferior species. There is no doubt about that. However, as human beings go, you're not too bad. I mean, you're a good man, but you have made of war. You're much too meek and mild. That is why you have made so little progress in life. You must always speak up against injustice and protest if anyone goes to insults you without any provocation. To take things quietly is wrong, not just for a man, but for any creature anywhere. Anyway, it was nice to have meet you, although I wasn't really supposed to be here at this time. There's no point in wasting more time on your call. I had better go. Goodbye, Mr. Ang. I am very glad to have you here. Monku Babu could not complete his sentence in less than a second. Almost before he realized what was happening, Ang had leaped into the spaceship and had raised it over the bush, bamboo grew. Then he vanished completely. Monku Babu realized that the crickets had started chirping again. It was really quite late. Monku Babu resumed walking towards his room, his mind still in the wondrous state. Slowly, the full implications of the recent events began to sink in. A man? No, it was not a man, it was an ant, and that came here from some unknown planet and spoken to him. Extraordinary. How completely incredible. There were billions and billions of people in the world, but who got the chance to have this wonderful experience. Monku Bihari Datta, teacher of geography and Bengali in Kanpur Ghazi Village Primary School. No one else from today, at least in this particular matter, he was unique in the whole world, in the whole wide world. Monku Babu realized that he was no longer walking with a sprain in every step. He was actually dancing. The next day was a Sunday.
Let's ask him quickly.
Everyone had done.
You understood so far, this does not require any explanation. It's just a story. The only thing is it's a very long story. Okay. So far you understood Monku Babu. Then in one last page. Okay. Monku Babu. Then our Monku Babu, who was pestered and teased by everyone, on his way back home, Monday, what did he see? A spacecraft. Okay. Where had it come from? Where had it come from? It wanted to go to Pluto, but by mistake it landed on Earth. It had come from Cranius. It's on page 77. It had come from Cranius. And then he said that they are most superior creatures. Okay. How many languages did this creature knew? 14,000. Okay. And how old was he? 33. How old was Monku Babu? 50. How many languages did Monku Babu know? And what were they? Bengali, English, and Hindi, a little Hindi. And then he said, and now he wanted to, what was this man's name? The unique creature? Ant. Now, Ant decided to show him how superior they are. And whatever Monku Babu wanted to see, he just showed him through some pipe and a glass that was attached to it. What did Monku Babu see? North Point. Sorry, not point, not North Point, North Pole. North Pole. What did he see on the North Pole? Okay, and
Igloos and
Igloos and polar bears and walrus fighting. Then he wanted to see piranhas in Brazil. Okay, he wanted to see Brazil. So he saw the thick forests, and where the light hardly penetrated down. Then there was this tall tree. And what was hanging from the tree? Branch. A branch. What was hanging from the branch? What is Brazil famous for?
pythons.
Anacondas. So what was hanging from the branches? The anaconda. And then in that lake, he saw the piranhas. Okay, the crocodile just jumped into the water and immediately came back. But by the time it came back, it had no flesh left. So, Babu watched all this, and then this man said, this new creature, he said that he has spent a lot of time, and there's no point in wasting his time because, hey, see, there are mosquitoes, there is mosquito, there's a mosquito. Is it bothering you? No. Fine. And suddenly Babu felt very special. He thought, out of this whole wide world, there are so many people. But this man, this creature only met Bonku Babu. How special is that? And therefore, suddenly he started walking. And when he started walking, he thought he felt so special. There's a spring in his walk. I mean, he was walking very joyfully. This man, before leaving, this creature, before leaving, gave a very important advice to our Bonku Babu. And what did he say?
That you should fight towards someone who thinks you or makes fun.
Okay.
You should not stay quiet.
Yes, he said, never stay quiet, always speak against the injustice. The next day was Sunday.
Everyone had turned up for their usual meeting at Sripati's Babu's house. There was a report in the local paper about a strange light, but it was only a small report. This light had been seen by a handful of people in only 2 places in Bengal. It was therefore being put in the same category as
Sightings of flying saucers.
Tonight, Poacher Ghosh was also present at the meeting. He was talking about his bamboo.
One minute. Hello? Yeah. Now, don't forget to tell you. I can't give you instructions now. Okay, wait.
He was talking about his bamboo road. All the bamboo around the pond in the middle of the road had lost all their leaves. It was not usually for the leaves to
It was not unusual for leaves
drop off in winters, but for so many plants to become totally bare overnight was certainly a remarkable occurrence. Everyone was talking about it when suddenly Bhairav Chakravarti said, "Why is Banku so late today?" Everyone stopped talking so far. No one had noticed Banku Babu's absence. It didn't.
I don't
think Banku will show his face today. Didn't he get an earful yesterday when he tried to open his mouth? Said Nidhu Babu.
Nidhu Babu.
Nidhu Babu. No. Shripati Babu sounded concerned. We must have Banku. Ram, can I go and see if you can get hold of him? Okay, I'll go as soon as I've made my tea.
I've had my tea.
I've had my tea. Replied
Ramkanan.
and was about to take a step when Banku Babu entered the room. No, to say entered would be wrong. It was as if a small hurricane swept inside in the
Guise of
guise of a short, dark man, throwing everyone into
a stunt silence. Guise means when you disguise in a clothing. Okay?
Then it swung onto actions. Banku Babu burst into a buffer,
And laughed up
uproariously for a whole minute. The like of which no one had heard before, not even Banku Babu himself. When
Have
he-
you seen the mask? The movie The Mask? Have you seen him entering when he wears the mask? This is basically a little like that, the scene. Then you must see the movie The Mask. It's a very interesting one.
When he could finally stop, he cleared his throat and began speaking. Friends, I have great pleasure in telling you that this is the last time you will see me at your meetings. The only reason I am here today is simply that I would like to tell you a few truths before I go. Number one, this is for all of you. You all speak a great deal of absolute rubbish. Only idiots talk of things they don't know about anything.
Anything about.
Number two, this is for Jaldi Babu. At your age, hiding other people's shoe and umbrellas is not brown canvas shoes to my house tomorrow. Hindu Babu, if you call me Banku, I shall call you Nitwit. And you must learn to live with that. And Spriti Babu,
Shripati Babu.
you are an important man. Of course, you must have chamchas,
Psychophants.
but
Psychophants means chamchas. You know, those who keep buttering the seniors.
let me tell you, from today you can count me out. If you like, I can
I can send my cat to you.
It's quite good at licking feet and
Licking feet.
licking feet. And oh, you are here as well, Poncha Babu. Let me inform you and everyone else that last night an ant arrived from planet
Crane race.
Radius and landed on the pond in your bamboo grove. We had a long chat. The ant was most amiable. Banku Babu finished his speech and slapped
Bhaira
Chakravarti's
Chakravarti's back.
so hard that he choked. Then, then he made his exit, striding out with a bounce and a whistle. His eyes sparkling, his head held high. In the same instant, the cup fell from Ramkanai's hand, shattering to pieces and splattering hot tea on most of the others. Okay.
So that's Banku Babu's friend. Have you done it? What a timing. 5 minutes break. Take 5 minutes break, then we'll come back and do the questions. Okay. You can stand up if you are uncomfortable sitting for an hour.
We have a challenge. People are very excited. We is we like just
So yeah. Yes, very good. You got it. Correct. Measurement. Limits.
Very fast as long as.
second is 1 minute of motion. Even that.
We got my Yeah.
Okay. Now you all have your books, notebooks. Because we read the lesson. Is there any doubt about the lesson? You all understood the story? Okay. You want to wash your face? So because now we'll do question answers. Okay. Have you, none of you have done this lesson in school yet? Going on. We have few answer in one sentence. You can just write in one word. What tradition continued among students? What tradition continued among students? Not one letter, not languages. Let's make it subjects. BB is Bonku Babu. Huh? Should I erase the first one? Did you write the answer? Write these, then I'll take the further. Write these answers. Have they told you that will be most probably new pattern? Maybe you'll have multiple choice questions, MCQs. Did they say that? What did they say? Sorry? 15 multiple choice questions will be there. No? This is your book that you text. Good, you have it. You can just write the answers in one word, one line, whatever it is. Okay. Don't go on explaining the whole thing. This is like, these are the kind of questions they might ask for multiple choice. So you just have to write there A, B, D, C. So there. You carry this book every time. It is that Shakespeare in school. We often this book. Time get your Shakespeare. You have it. Once you're done with these answers, tell me and give you the next ones. You answer, I'll ask for it. Okay. First question I erased, but it was about subjects taught by Bokuba, right? Should we start with you? What tradition continued among students? Okay. What tradition continued among students?
They continued teasing Babu,
Okay.
even when he was not,
Even when he was?
even when he was not the same age.
Okay. So what tradition continued? The children kept teasing Bokuba and pranking Bokuba. Teasing and pranking Bokuba. That's it. Not more than that. Teasing and pranking Bokuba. The school where he taught?
Subject taught by
Okay, subject taught by Bokubabu. Bengali and geography. The school where he taught? Pankurbachi village primary school. Very good. Reaction given by Bokubabu to the students.
He will be silent and say
Shame. Okay. Would remain silent, give no reaction, only rarely said, shame on you, boys. Reason for maintaining his calm?
he would not. If he lost his temper, he would leave the school and he would not find any job at his age. And
Okay.
then and he likes to teach a good handful of good
He
students.
liked idiom, everything
Like-
idiom.
He liked to teach a handful of good students which he enjoyed.
Okay. So, the reason for maintaining his calm, he feared he will not find another job. Okay, he feared he will not find another job. And second, he enjoyed teaching a handful of good students. Okay, have you written the same? Feared he will not find another job. Don't write too much of explanation. Huh? And he enjoyed teaching the handful of good students. Banku Babu's activity during weekend. Okay, he would visit Sripati Babu's house. where other friends would gather. Okay, where other friends would gather. Shripati Babu loved having Banku Babu for his meetings. Why? Okay, so others could go fun. Others could have fun at his expense. What did you write?
Shripati Babu loved having for the meetings as he could provide amusement to others.
Okay, as he provided amusement to others. As he provided amusement to others. Very good. Who took the credit of spotting the strange light? Neetu. Land. Okay, the Western countries. In the Western countries where the Sahibs live. Okay. Now, just tell me orally. What is referred to as golden opportunity?
To talk with other strange creatures.
Is it?
To get an opportunity which has never.
Okay, what is referred in the lesson as a golden opportunity? To scare Bampu Babu. That's right. To scare Bampu Babu. To scare Bampu Babu with a spook. Okay. So the minute he said, I don't believe in ghosts. So that provided a golden opportunity. How? Then they decided, chalo isko darate hain. Okay, to scare Bonku Babu. Why did Bonku Babu leave early that day? Everybody was hurling bitter remarks. He was in a hurry to correct the papers. He felt that it was not congenial environment for him. He was very much shocked. What is the correct choice? First one. Everyone was hurling bitter remarks on him. Okay. Should I give you? Are you done with these question answers? Besides his injured neck, what harm did the spook do to Babu Babu? What was Ram Kanai's idea about Saturday? Saturday is a weekend. Saturday is inauspicious. Saturday is auspicious for ghosts and spooks. To avoid doing any good work on Saturday. Third one, ghosts and spooks. Why was the silence eerie according to Bonku Babu? There was absolute silence. It was evening time. The animals were asleep. There was no light and only dull light shone on every branch. The first one. There was absolute silence.
And it can also be last. There was a light.
No, that was not eerie silence. No. Silence is eerie. Eerie means something strange and something strange, eerie, something that you can't understand. You know, just movies में before that ghost or कुछ होने वाला होता है तब कैसे ऐसे eerie silence, strange silence. Okay, I'll give you some questions. First question, what form of teasing was used by the student? One minute, I'll also- Should we discuss first 2, 3 answers, then you will write? First, what form of teasing was used by the students? Yes. Drawing cartoon on the board, blackboard. They would light a chasing rocket behind him. They would light a chasing rocket behind him. Very good. Describe the attack by the spook. Yes. Was hiding in the on the tamarind tree. Then Baku Babu was jump. Okay, was crossing the tree. He jumped on his back. On his back. Jumped on his back. And did nothing, but he just jumped on his back. And injured him. And injured him. What does Banku Babu's silence show about his character? Right, first 2 answers, then we'll describe the third. The answer to your third question, you will not find it in the textbook. What will you say? What does it tell us about his character? He was a very quiet person. Okay, he was not confrontational. He would not go and confront anyone. See, when Nidu Babu took the credit of seeing the light first, he did not go and argue. So he avoided conflict. So you can say he was a quiet person. I'm just writing the points. You can also just write the points. He was a quiet person, was not confrontational, avoided conflict,
First to meet and mind.
sorry,
First to meet and mind.
challenge someone and
Mind.
did not take credit for his achievements and to meet to fight. To meet to fight. See, for now, just write the points. If there's such a question is asked, all these, each point will be one sentence. He was, he. Next, describe what Banku Babu saw in Concha Ghosh's grove. What did he see?
Side glass wall upon wall.
Okay.
Police
Before that, he saw,
a slight light of pink gray.
yeah, strange light,
Strange light.
Strange light.
page number
75. Here,
a dull light shone on the glowing pink. Okay, he saw that the area was glowing pink. There was dull light shining on every branch. And on the ground behind the pond, the ground behind the pond was lit by much stronger pink light. And then he saw an upside down bowl. Oh. Upside down covering, okay, bowl turned upside down. Then he saw a giant glass bowl turned upside down. So you write all this. Okay. What is the first thing?
saw pink light.
Saw a pink light in the area, on the area. Then
There was a
Light
dull
shown on every.
the light was shining,
stand.
was shining on every branch. Then
Saw a huge bowl
upside down,
covering the pond.
covering the pond. Then who was Ang? And describe him. Who was Ang? Yes, Ang was a creature who had come from planet Cranium. Yeah, but the creature come from planet Cranium. He was on his way to Pluto, but by mistake he landed on Earth. Describe him.
He was spoken for.
Okay.
He had a very thin limbs.
Limbs and hand. Okay. Then
His eyes were
shiny yellow light.
Okay.
We have a big head.
He had a big head. Yes. Yes. And he was wearing a shiny pink outfit. Instead of ears, it had tiny holes. Yes. Nose to again, there were two holes for a nose and another gaping hole instead of a mouth. He knew 14,000 languages. Okay. So, what makes Anne say he was a superior? He was a superior to human beings.
But he can speak more than
Okay, he could speak more than 14,000 languages. He was 833 years old. Plus, he had a pebble with which he could control
his enemies.
any enemy or a person. Okay, so remember, write that. According to Anne, what was Banku Babu's major fault? Okay, that
Yeah.
80. Okay.
You are much to me.
Yes, and mine. That Banku Babu was,
To get by.
but you have a major fault. You're not, yeah, Banku was too meek and mild. Did you get the answer? Page 80, second paragraph. And therefore he had made little progress in life. He was too meek and mild. What advice did Anne give Banku Babu?
Same page. You must always speak
He asked Banku Babu to speak
against injustice
against injustice
and protect him.
and protest if anybody hurts or insults you without any provocation. He told him that to take things quietly is wrong and not just for man is wrong. Okay. What was the impact of this meeting on Banku Babu's life? What was the impact? Banku Babu felt special that out of so many people, this creature met him. He could interact with this unusual creature. So Banku Babu felt special. And
He talked against whoever teased him or pranked him.
pranked him.
Stand for injustice.
Or he decided to stand up for injustice. What was the impact of this meeting on Banku Babu's life? Okay, Banku Babu decided to fight against injustice and what could you write?
What was the impact? What will you write? At least give me 2 sentences. Okay, one, Babu Babu felt special for meeting the creature out of, which had come from outer planet. Okay. He decided to take the advice of this creature and fight against all those who fight against injustice. He decided not to take up any criticism from anyone. Okay. He decided to stand up for himself. Should I write the points? Okay. What was the impact of this meeting? Banku Babu felt special. For meeting the creature he decided to stand up for himself and fight against injustice. Okay. Who was Banku Babu's true friend in the story? And okay, and the creature who had come from outer space. And why?
Because he gave the advice of standing against
Or he gave him confidence
and
and gave him a good advice of standing up against the bullies. Okay, so what will be the answer? He gave him confidence and he gave him advice of standing up against the bullies. Write these 2 answers without fail. Note this one, write this. Who was Banku Babu's true friend?
Why? Because he gave him confidence and advice to fight against bullies. Why did Anne leave the place in a hurry?
Because it was wasted like more time than he had.
Okay, he had already wasted more time. So here no, you will tell the whole thing. He had come from Cranius. He had to go to Pluto. But by mistake, he came to Earth, came to the Earth. Then he wasted a lot of time and he did not want to
Waste more time.
Okay. I wasn't really supposed to be here at this time. There's no point in wasting more time on your Earth. I had better. Okay, he did not want to waste more time on Earth and therefore he left in a hurry. So you'll have to write where he had come from, where he wanted to go, how he landed on Earth. Okay, all those things. And then he did not want to waste further more time and therefore he left in a hurry. State whether I'm okay. How did Banku Babu take Anne's advice and what was its result? How did Banku Babu take Anne's advice? What did he do? Did he take Anne's advice?
Yes.
Okay. Banku Babu decided to stand up for himself. Remember that. Banku Babu decided to stand up for himself. He went for the meeting that Saturday, no? That Saturday. Sunday. He went for the meeting on Sunday and instead of sitting there quietly, gave a speech. Did he give a speech? Is that the word? Okay. What would you say? How did he react? He spoke his mind and gave his own opinion about others. Okay? He spoke his mind and gave his own opinion about others. He told them that they spoke a great deal of rubbish. Chandi Babu was too childish to as he had to hide his shoes and umbrella. Asked Nidhi Babu to not to call him Banku, otherwise he would call him Nitwit. And told Shripati Babu that he refuses to be his chamcha. Okay, or refuses to be one of his chamchas. And on his way back out, he slapped on Bhairav Chakravarti's back so hard that he choked. Okay, so that is how he reacted. So he stood up for himself. He told all his friends how wrong they were and right to zero. Okay, will you remember what will you write then? This last answer. How did he react? How did Banku Babu react? Yes. So first Banku Babu decided to stand up himself. Yes. Yes. And who Chandi? No. Who? It is childish of Chandi Babu to hide others' umbrella and shoes. Ask Nidhi Babu not to call him Banku.
Otherwise,
Yes,
That first line. He spoke his mind.
he spoke his mind. Okay,
Second.
then
Sripati Babu
for Sripati Babu,
that he would not like to be his
jump, jump. Very good job. Okay, will you remember? Thank you for giving this. Get that examined. That's all for today. See you next Monday.